go. Number 85 is Cooper Clark. In 88, Isaac Koo. Number 95, Oliver Maxa. Number 96, Samuel Pitter. And number 97 is Cameron Rush. Ladies and gentlemen, they are no expecters. Now, these two teams have fought it out throughout the season to get into the finals. But there's also our referees who try hard all the way through the season. And these two guys have made it through to the grand final. Let's put your hands together for Tom Dandenong and Owen Atta. Guys, all I can say to you is have a great game. Make it a fair one. Whoever comes on top, comes on top. Good luck. Shake hands for 3 minutes, 4 minutes to go.
Good to go. Sweet as. Awesome.
Alrighty.
That one there.
1-2. All right, hello and welcome to Dandenong Basketball Stadium for this Under-14s Victorian Championship Boys Grand Final here, Friday Night Hoops. And my name's Liam Ellison. Joined alongside me this evening is Brent Andrews, Director of Boys Coaching at the Dandenong Rangers. It's going to be great to have someone with a bit of insight up here in the box with me. Brent, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Liam. Really appreciate it, mate. Yeah, going to be a cracking night here at Dandenong. So, obviously, proud of our under-14 boys that are first up, and then obviously we've got Knox and Melbourne afterwards with the under-18s.
Going to be terrific. Couple of great games here, and there is a good crowd as well in attendance here to support the boys, and they've had a very, very long road to get here. I'm sure many are familiar, but for those who are not, Brent, walk us through what the road to the grand final looks like for both these teams, because it is a long process.
Yeah, absolutely huge. Like, obviously, tryouts sort of begin end of October, start of November, so, you know, realistically, a lot of these players came off maybe a 2-week break last year from the season prior, so straight into tryout, straight into grading, straight into VC grading. You add in a classic tournament in there as well, Australia Day tournament in there as well, and we're here now in it's just such a long season. It's 10, nearly 11 months long, and for them to be here in the grand final, it's a huge effort from both teams. Absolutely massive.
It certainly is, and that is a very, very long road. Nearly a year, essentially, that these athletes have spent playing with each other every Friday night. Tournament play as well on the road. Some of those tournaments you can play, 3 games in a day, so you suspect these athletes will know each other like the back of their hands at this point. Chemistry should be good.
Yeah, absolutely should be. Both teams have had an absolute cracking season, and you just sort of look at their results. I mean, Nunawading only lost 1 game since the split for VC and VC Reserve, and Dandenong haven't lost a game all year. So it's absolutely huge for both these teams. And you're absolutely right. They've spent Fridays, Sunday mornings, midweek practices all together, tournaments throughout the year, and they know each other really well.
Absolutely. The starters out there as well for the Dandenong Rangers. We've got Nathaka Amarasinji, who is joining Evan Jiang out there as well. And Oliver Muir, who's in the guard spot, and isn't he a delight to watch? One of the leading scorers for this team, Logan Stocks and Evan Jiang as well.
Yeah, absolutely huge. You brought up Ollie, and he's just an absolute star. He's sort of touted as probably the best player in Vic Country at the moment, and joining him at the other guard spot, Benny Drake from Ware, he's just equally as highly touted with Vic Metro. So a couple of really good players there for Dandenong starting.
Going to be great to watch what he can do tonight. The Spectres, their 5 comes out to enter the fray as well, and it'll be Colin Tian, Oliver Maxa, Cameron Rust out there, and here we go. It's going to be Maxa to contest the tip along with Amara Sinjay, and the Rangers bring down the first tip. They'll start things off here in the VC Grand Final under 14s. Stocks picks up his dribble at the elbow. Muir, that's a nice step back triple, not that time off the glass.
You don't mind him shooting that. It's one that normally looks pretty good for him. That one, I think, is just a little bit nervous to get him started.
He's the top scorer in the VC split since that happened at 24 points per game.
Yeah, he's not shy of a 3-ball, that's for sure.
Another turnover where Drakeford in transition goes right at the cup. Can't go, and Amara Sinji has a chance to earn him at the line.
It's going to be a really good matchup down low, that one. You know, a couple of really, really strong boys. You know, Oliver Max is just he's already got the body of an under-16s player, you know, very solid, you know, got plenty of muscle, plenty of strength. So, you know, watch for him to crush the offensive rebounds, I think, for Nunawading today and, you know, earn them some second-chance points.
He was the leading scorer as well in the ball game last time these two teams met, Oliver Maxa, as Amara Sinji goes 2 of 2 from the line. Now they're in a press, the Rangers. Can they force an error?
There we go, the turnover's on already.
And Muir gets it back inboard. Here's Jiang with the floater. Straight back into it, the Rangers. Can Nunawading break through? They can. Inside the painted area, nice find. Down the keyway, Godinho.
Some great patient basketball there from Nunawading. Didn't force anything, but, you know, took the open lane when they had it.
Off the dribble, Amara Sinjay is going to go back to the charity stripe.
Could be 2 on Oliver as well, I think, if they called the last one on him as well.
Oliver Muir, that is?
Oliver Maxa for Nunawading, so...
Of course.
Yeah, it's...
And that would be one to watch. Key big for them.
Called no score, I don't know why on that one. A little bit lost. Interesting.
3 gone here in the grand final and makes on the seconds.
Some really good defensive pressure from both teams, though, to start this game. It's classic VC grand final stuff.
Inspectors this time via Lamanso. See off the extended pressure. There's Jiang on the ball. Now Maxa. Driving hard there to the hoop on the left. Arm is Lamanso.
Great finish. He's actually an unreal finisher around the rim. He's got really aggressive drives and loves to finish at the cup.
Not that time from Muir. Amara Sinji's been really influential early for Dandenong. Spectres pick their way through it. Now over into the front court. Godinho, nice find. Maxa collects contact.
Yeah, again, just found himself in the right spot. Nunawading seems to be doing that really well to start this game. Just their receivers getting in some really great finishing positions and you know, earn himself some more points here.
Oliver Maxa, a little short on the first.
Good crowd.
It is.
Good crowd.
Absolutely. The bleachers on the broadcast side look pretty full, don't they, Brent?
Yeah, absolutely. Some good noise as well. It's absolutely fantastic to see.
Nunawading to our right, Dandenong to our left. And here comes Muir. Spin move. Gets to his spot. Follows his own miss. Maxa came across. Didn't matter. Ollie Muir, that's a tough finish.
Tough make for a little man inside, especially when you got some tall timber around him. Great job.
Now the Spectres again on the press plate. Maxa on the end of it. Good chase down from Dandenong. Can they slingshot the other way? Where Drakeford on the spin. Rangers off to a nice start.
Yeah, they've just got so much scoring power across the board. I mean, all 5 guys on the court can put the ball in the hole, so it makes it hard to guard.
Nunawading under a little bit of pressure. Here's Godinho. Tiam with the hands off. Now Rust. Nice find. Max is there and one.
Again, just some really great receiver rules there from Nunawading, and you know, Max has just found himself in a great dunker's spot, and even though he's only 12, 13 years old, in about 4 or 5 years, that's going to be an absolute dunk on someone's head, I reckon.
He's been very impressive early, that's for sure. Timeout.
Yeah, super strong boy, and yeah, he finds himself in those situations a lot. He's a very, very clever player.
So he'll have a chance to bring his tally to 5 with a couple of 3 throws at this very early stage. It's a 4-point ball game. Rangers look pretty set on that full court press at the moment, Brent. Is that something you expect to continue?
Yeah, look, they'll probably run that for a little bit longer. They'll then shuffle back into a little half-court press for a little bit and try and cause some sort of delayed trapping actions and put a little bit of pressure on that way as well. So they tend to be a really aggressive defensive team. So whether they're in the half-court or the full court, they're trying to trap or trying to get after you in some way.
Got to be something as well that I'm sure Nunawading have prepared for. This press, has it been a feature throughout the entire season?
It has, and you know, you'd think a lot of teams sort of catch onto it, and you know, before they play Dandenong, it's look, we know what's coming, but haven't lost all year, so yeah, it must work pretty well.
That's remarkable. If you just joined us, that is correct. They have not lost all year, and it is not just a 4 or 5 month season like it's often coined. It literally has been 11 months, so they're an impressive run for this Dandenong team. So Max is at the line. And just off on the continuation free throw. Muir with the rock. And really got the steal as well via Rust. Amara Sinjay on the left arm.
It's a long reach, isn't it? Playing right outside of his body, that's a tough make.
Very nice. And Spectres again pick their way through it. Good vision from Tian. Here's Caleb Lamanto. Double screen. Maxa can fire from 3 here, and he drains it.
He's playing some ball tonight, that's for sure. He's everywhere at the moment. You know, playing really confidently.
And now with the defensive assignment as well on Amara Sinjay. Where Drakeford tries to take his man off the dribble. Maxa hits the deck. Nice finds. Now Stocks to the rack.
Really nice read there. Drew the player and found the back cut. That was nice.
Foul here. Lamanto in fringe. Looks like it might be on where Drakeford. So first personal for him. It's only Stocks with the only player with 2 personals.
Yeah, still on the floor, interestingly enough. So would like to see him rotated out soon so he doesn't pick up his 3rd.
Tian, from behind, Amara Sinjay. It's going to be 3 throws though. The block attempt looked clean to me. Maybe just that left arm on the hip.
Yeah, I think you might be right there. I think on the ball it was pretty clean, but yeah, I think a little hand on the side and yeah, knocked him off balance, I think.
Tian with a couple. Nafaka Amara Sinjay's been pretty impressive as well early, Brent.
Yeah, he's you know, again, he's just found himself in the right spots, exactly like Max. They're both just playing some really high IQ basketball and getting into some easy finishing spots.
Tian unfazed by the crowd. We've got a tight ball game here.
Yeah, nice little change up in their defense there by Nunawading as well. A little 2-2-1 half court press.
Now it's where Drakeford just off. Maxa over the top. How's the hustle? Saved the offensive rebounding opportunity for Dandenong.
Strong boy.
Nice find. Euro step. Not quite from Rust. Now Muir can rip and go and the turnover. So they've got numbers here. The Spectres, great extra effort from Ollie Muir. He was outnumbered, outsized, and in the end he outsmarted them.
Yeah, this press is just causing Dandenong some problems at the moment. And it's not really something, you know, from a few games I've seen in Nunawading that they've actually done quite a lot of. So I think this one's going to throw Dandenong a little bit if they stay in this for a while, Nunawading.
3-point ball game. Maybe early it looked like that Dandenong press had Nunawading in some issues, but they look in this game, Nunawading.
Yeah, very, very tight game, and both teams playing with a lot of energy.
Muir steps into a 3. Finds back iron. They can go again. Mara Sinji had his man off the ground. Here's Jiang. Now they penetrate. Extra pass. That's a good look. And the Spectres see it off.
It's one of those things that I think both teams put up a couple of, besides Max's before, but the other ones have missed quite poorly. I think a few nervous young men out there.
Here's Maxa. Already hit one from this spot. Hunted it down was where Drakeford. Muir wants to push the pace. He's got a cutter. No look dime. Stocks with a finish.
That's a great pass.
It was. They're straight back into a press as well, the Rangers. Spectres, again, it's Maxa. At the end, and Max has got 8.
That's some elite ball. I don't think the ball touched the ground after the first dribble in the backcourt. That was pass, finish.
Maybe they have put a bit of work in breaking this press because they've looked much improved since the opening few possessions.
Yeah, a lot more settled now after that first time out from coach as well. You know, he obviously sort of went through some stuff, and you're absolutely right. They came out of that first time out and you know, sort of seemed to work this Dandenong press out a lot.
So in comes Nevon Eshwara for his first minutes.
State cricketer.
There you go.
State cricketer. Yeah, very good at his cricket.
Multi-sport athlete. You do see that quite a lot at this level, under 14s.
Absolutely, I'm here for it as well. I love multi-sport athletes.
It's very impressive. As Godinho pulls down the rebounds. So now they'll slow it up, the Spectres. Tian steps into a mid-range 2. Muir can assess his options. That's a deep 3-point attempt. Eshwara's come up with it. Eshwara, excuse me.
It's just not looked like hitting any of them at the moment, and it's normally some really good-looking shots from Ollie Muir, but he just hasn't seemed to found that rhythm yet.
We'll see if that can change in the coming moments. Here's Godinho. Kicks it out. It's a good look. Spectres have tied it up.
That was never missing, was it? That was a beautiful-looking shot.
Had his feet set. Nothing but nylon. We have a ball game. Kamara Sinji on the baseline. Here's this matchup we've been loving. Working on Maxa. And doing really well there was Lamanto.
Yeah, some great defence from Maxa to force a really tough shot and you know, secure the rebound and come up with a chance to take the lead for the first time in the game.
Here's Maxa. This would have the Spectres crowd up and about. Rust, kick out. Or some nervous moments where Drakeford, 2-on-1. Goes himself. Tough finish from Ben Ware Drakeford.
Yeah, rode the contact. I thought it was pretty clean, to be honest. I think a few fans not happy, but I thought that was pretty clean.
Athletic finish regardless. Here's Tian, and now he'll be fouled by the Rangers. And that'll be the 15th foul.
Yeah, it will. Depending on they call that on, whether it was Ben or Ollie Muir, it might be on Ollie. All good.
So the Spectres via Colin Tian with a chance to tie it up once again. And here's Isaac Koo for his first minutes as Russ takes a break. And this crowd continues to build as well, will it?
It does. You know, you thought everyone was sort of here for the start, but it seems we've still got people rolling in.
Great to see. Standing room only on the baseline.
Absolutely.
Tian just off on the first. Good on the seconds. Here's Muir. Driving hard, goes to work on the block. Muir.
Yeah, doesn't play like he's 4 foot tall, does he?
No. He's been aggressive early. Contest was clean from Tasic. Nunawading with a chance to reset.
Max just with another offensive board as well. He's just so strong.
Lamanto. Oh, spin move. Nearly went down. Now it's Jiang. Muir again. So shot clock off here. 10 seconds to work with. The leading scorer this season in VC, Oliver Muir with a rock. Takes him off the dribble. Nice find. Where Drakeford for 3. And that will do it for the end of one. And it's a 3-point ball game. Dandenong 21. Lead the Spectres 18 here at Dandenong Basketball Stadium, Brent. It has been a tight affair so far. The Spectres have come to play.
Yeah, they absolutely have. It's definitely been a great battle so far with, you know, sort of who's finishing better inside at the moment and what sort of helped Nunawading's cause. They've hit a couple of threes as well, which has really kept them in this one. So, I mean, unless Dandenong can sort of start settling themselves down and, you know, sort of getting some better looks from deep, you know, if they keep sort of forcing some tough 3-point shots, it's going to stay close. So they need to work a little bit harder, drawing some defenders and getting some more open looks outside. And if they can do that, I think the game that lead might extend a little bit. But you know, if Nunawading keep this defensive pressure up and they're really good defensive rotations, we've got a game.
Certainly look in the contest at this stage. If it does go down to a tight finish and it's a couple of possessions with a few minutes to go, do you think, I mean, both teams would be prepared for that, wouldn't they, Brent?
Oh, yeah, look, you know, you'd think so. I mean, it's one of those things, though, isn't it, where, you know, you plan for things and then when the moment arises, it tends to get thrown out the window a little bit. But, no, I think you're absolutely right. I think both teams definitely have their options in a late-game situation. And I love this matchup that we're seeing between, you know, Maxa and Amarasinji. Like, you know, they're just both high IQ players making some great plays, and I love that they're matching up on each other, just trying to go head-to-head. Yeah, they have been outstanding as Maxa retakes his place on the floor. Marasinje will have a spell to start the second quarter here. 3-point ball game. Rangers with the lead. And so far, this one has lived up to the billing. Yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic. You know, some really, really good offensive decisions, I think, from Nunawading have really sort of made their offense stand out a little bit more to me. You know, they're taking the right shots, they're taking the right driving lanes, and nothing seems forced at the moment. Let's see if it can continue for the Spectres. Here's Tian. First possession of the second. Maxa with the pick. Now into the corner. Here's Koo. Looks good defense, better offense. Tough shot, turn around, fade away. Kept his balance and drained it. Here's Eshwara. Gets to his spot. Maxa came across. Bodies go to the deck, and the Rangers remain with the basketball. Hesitates now, gets his floater away. And Maxa, who else, pulls down the defensive rebounds. Would love if we had some in-depth stats. I reckon he would nearly have 5 or 6 rebounds already. Yeah, totally agree. It's absolutely double-double watch by the half, I reckon, yeah, for Maxa. Absolutely. Here he is on the low block. Kick out. Had to go and made it. David Coutinho. Tough finish, and they see themselves up for the first time tonight. Off the dribble, Jiang gets the call. No dice on the and one, but 2 to come at the line. Took the right driving lane there and, you know, rode the contact well and got to the line. It's just simple basketball instead of, you know, I think their last couple of possessions, you know, 6 or 7 dribbles around the 3-point line, sort of wasted a bit of clock, whereas that one was just one crossover and go, and it got him to the line. Got on the first. 2 first quarter points for Evan Jiang. Had 15 last time these two teams met. Dandenong prevailed 82-61 right here at Dandenong Stadium. And he makes on the seconds. So it looks like we'll see that press once again off the free throw. And Zen Blythe gets his first minutes for the Rangers. Nearly Eshwara. Now they've got numbers, the Spectres, and Maxa just looked to make his move before he had the rock, I think. It's probably the first time they've looked unsettled since that early sort of stages of that first quarter. So I think back to what they were doing, and they should be right. Muir, nice contest from Maxa. And that is a way to erase the error. Another rebound. Unreal. 1-point ball game. Spectres can force another lead change with a bucket here. Tian. Maxa moves it onwards. Here's Godinho. That's a nice find into the corner. Not that time. Now Blythe. His first touch of the rock. Nunawading crowd wanted to travel. They won't get it. Euro step, and the timing on the reach in. Sublime. Steals, blocks, rebound, points. He's doing everything tonight, Ollie Maxa. He has been a very, very early MVP in this game for me. Yeah, much agreed. Tian. Now another 3-ball attempt for the Spectres. Had some looks from that area. Here's Eshwara stepping through. Showing some length, the young man. Now Muir with his feet set. And Tian happy to slow it up. Wonder which coach is going to call the timeout first, because both need it. One of them needs to be confident enough to call it.
It's halfway through his second quarter. See if we see it in the coming minutes. Here's Maxa on the low block. Isaac Koo. Good contest. Might have got a fingertip on it, Evan Jang. Now Muir. Spots an opening and no, says Colin Tian. Great defense.
Both teams have just gone away from what was working offensively. They're both just forcing, and haven't seen many scores this quarter as a result.
Out of bounds. Looks like it'll stay Spectre's ball.
We're getting that timeout. There we go.
You're onto it, Brent. So chance for both sides really to touch it up, clean it up. 23-22 reads the scoreline. Rangers with the lead.
It's the defense has been really good, don't get me wrong, but the sort of opening minutes of this quarter, it's just been head down, dribble, and you're just trying to force. Both teams just trying to force, but take a breath, go back to what was working, and have faith in your offense, because both teams just have some really high IQ players that can make the right reads. They just need to calm down a little bit and go back to what was working.
Wonder whether we'll see some low post touches maybe from Oliver Maxa as well. He certainly had the inside looks inside the painted area.
Yeah, absolutely. He, I think he looks his best when he's getting some deeper catches. Sort of in first couple of minutes this quarter, he's sort of drifted out a little bit to short corner or high elbow, and as a result, he just doesn't seem to have that much confidence in sort of 3 or 4 dribbles to get to the rim. It sort of seems that his best work comes when back to basket, 1 or 2 dribbles and working in there. So I think you might be right. I think we'll see some Nunawading sort of offense go back to that sort of stuff where he's getting those low catches and looking really threatening.
Meanwhile, from the Rangers' perspective, Nathaka Amarasinje's had some extended rest here in the second, so maybe some fresh legs down the stretch as well for the Rangers. They go deep, we know that.
Yeah, it's going to. I think it's going to play a really big role in this game for sure.
Nice defense on the inbounds from Blythe. Tian's got a full 24 to work with. Jake Seo wants a pick. He'll get it. On the back up, big man. And he'll go himself to the rack, Tian. And now Eshwara. Plenty of blue jerseys back in defence. Yarge is out there for his first minutes for Dandenong as well. Jiang steps baseline. Long rebound favours Tasic. Eshwara. Oh, Eshwara. That was a tough take. And he'll go to the line for one more.
Yeah, some really big strides after the gather on that one. I think he gathered that around halfway between the under 12 free throw and the big boys free throw, and 2 big steps and got right to the rim. So, so really, really great move.
Chance to put them back up by 4, the Rangers. Eshwara a little long on the free throw. Couple of nervous moments, but Maxa saw better of it. Lamanto calling the shots. Stays with it. Lamanto gets to his spot and the bucket.
Few really tough makes so far from Lamanto. I reckon out of his 7 points, I think 5 of them have come from sort of 4 or 5 from some really good drives at the bucket.
Petter with the defensive rebounds. Decision making from the Spectres looking okay the last few possessions. Here's Lamanto again, and this man has been one of the reasons why.
Again, it just never looked like missing. He's done with his 3 earlier on. It it just looks such a smooth rhythm and just captures it set and nothing but net.
Gosh. Floater, good off the window. Long way from home, didn't matter.
No, really, really good job reading the defense and getting the floater off early.
Long pass inside to Petter, well followed up by Maxa. So they've got some height out there at the moment, Nunawading. Can they take advantage?
Yeah, look, I think Max is going to come off for a break though soon. He's played every minute in this game so far, and You can just sort of see in his movements, he looks a little bit laboured.
Right on cue, Brent. Very astute as Jiang. That's a nice looking floater. Tough as well, on the move, caught a bit of contact, kissed it off the window for 2.
Even this year, Max has just got no interest in moving around and trying to set screens or anything. He's absolutely spent.
2.5 from half time. Would be the time for it. They trail by 2, the Spectres. Isaac Koo. Good defence from Yash. Now to be Blythe to set the play for the Rangers. Sikandar Yash. Not that time on the free.
Hasn't been one three-pointer that's gone up from Dandenong yet that has looked impressive. It all looks forced and rushed.
Can't disagree with you there, Brent. They've had a couple of air balls as well. We know they've got the firepower from long range. Lamanto spinning. In the end, the Rangers too slick for him that time, and a trouble. This Nunawading crowd is bringing the heat, I will add.
Yes, they've brought down as many fans and as many noisemakers as possible, and really, really creating a great atmosphere.
Colin Tian to run the ship for the Spectres. Here's Muir back out there for Dandenong. Deep 3. A little long, it'll favour the Spectres. He'll get the horns action. Muir just lost track of his defender for a moment, but he can't make him pay. Yarge, baseline, Euro step on the hook shot. On the follow there is Tasic. Spectres look like they're controlling this basketball game at the moment. They trail by 2.
It's honestly, if you didn't know the score, you'd probably think Nunawading are up, because the way that they're defending and the way that they're playing offense, it just looks better basketball than Dandenong.
Can they get some reward for effort on this end of the floor, though? Long rebound for Petta. Now Tian. Looks to me, Brent, like they're just slowing the pace up of this game a bit, the Spectres.
Yeah, I think trying to take out that firepower from Dandenong, really trying to take away the high scoring that has been such a presence for Dandenong. I think it's a really great game plan for Nunawading.
3 balls short. So this could be a team lifter for Dandenong. Going into the half, 30 seconds to go here. Muir wants the pick, he'll get it. And no dice on the foul call. Spectres basketball. And listen to that.
The atmosphere in here is insane.
Awesome stuff. Under 14s VC Grand Final in the VJBL. Caleb Lamanto liked his work in the guard position. Maxa just off. Looked okay out of the hand as well. Sikandar Yash to the elbow. Doing really well. There was Stefan Tasic.
Interesting, Rick Welsh isn't calling a timeout. You got 2 left. You got 1.6 seconds. No, I just think you'd use one and draw something up that maybe the other coach hasn't seen.
Tend to agree. You've got to use them. Baseline ball 1.6. Can the Rangers get something? Shot away in time. So that does it for the end of the first half. It's the Dandenong Rangers 29 leading the Nunawading Spectres 27. We have a very, very tight ball game on our hands, Brent Andrews.
Yeah, absolutely we do. I think, sort of going back on what we were talking about before, I think Nunawading's game plan of really slowing this down. I mean, Dandenong averaging about 80, 90 points a game so far this season, and how do you limit that? Well, you walk the ball up. You take out the amount of possessions that Dandenong's going to get, and as a result, they've only got a 2-point lead right now. And to be honest, a lot of the scores they've had haven't looked great. They've been forced. They've been tough makes. Nunawading are not making this easy for Dandenong at all.
Is there any burden that you carry coming into a game undefeated all year? and you're in the grand final.
It's one of those things that, you know, I think there's always sort of two sides to this one. I prefer to be a little bit more confident in these situations. You know, some people sort of turn around and say, oh, well, you know, you're undefeated. You know, it's going to be a tough one. But I sort of like taking the other side, which is, well, we're undefeated for a reason. It's because we're the best damn team in the country. And, you know, that's the way I prefer to look at it. But, yeah, I mean, you could go either way, really. But right now, you know, they're sort of playing with the former on that one. They're sort of, you know, struggling to get going at the moment, Dandenong. And, would not be surprised if Nunawading maintain this style of basketball and make this a super close one going into the last quarter.
Absolutely. I suppose it does sort of depend on the athletes, really. It is a mental thing, the undefeated tag. Every game is its own game, but I suspect that Oliver Max is going to have a lot to play, or a lot to say, rather, in the eventual result here. So I'm sure the Rangers will be chatting about him in the huddle. Yeah, look, I think
Oliver Max needs to come out for a bit. I mean, look, I don't think now's the time to do it. You've just had a 2.5 minute break. Let him play now for about 2-3 minutes and then get him out, because you really need to start this third quarter strong. You know, if Dandenong come out and have 6 to 8 unanswered points, that could be your game done. But it looks like they're gonna rest him. Yeah, a little bit intriguing, that one, but we'll see if it works out.
Fatigue maybe could be a factor. The Rangers have got some rest into the likes of Logan Stocks, who's back out there, along with Nathako Amarasinje. And here we go, Muir at point for the Rangers. 2-point lead. And hit the deck. Trouble call. 4 first half points for Oliver Muir.
This has been the worst game he's played all year.
Hasn't he been terrific?
He's had a great year, and it's just not been his night, but hopefully you can turn it around after that turnover.
For those that aren't familiar, he led VC in scoring with a game less played as well. Very impressive, Oliver Muir, as Jiang pulls down the rebounds. Here's Amarasinje, baseline, nice take, nice finish.
Yeah, look, again, it's just that discussion, isn't it? About, you know, you sort of want to start your third quarter the sort of the best way you can, and, you know, having Max on the bench, it's just helped Nathaka there being able to score quite easily against a different opponent.
Lamanto down low. Here's Petta. Got the size, draws a lot of attention. Wide open three. Won't go for Cooper Clark. Muir looking to take Lamanto off the dribble. Good defense. Found a shooter. It hasn't been their day from three so far, the Rangers.
Nah, just none of the shots look like even close to going in. It's looked very ugly.
Lamanto. Now it's Godinho wide open. It's a good look.
They've not scouted that Horns action well at all, Dandenong. Another one he got, you know, 4 or 5 really open looks off it.
Oh, where Drakeford spins out of trouble. Good move from the young man. They'll press up again, the Rangers. Lamanto, he steadied the ship most of this evening. Now they're under the pump. They've got to go. 8 seconds.
I think Lamanto had to come up sooner and actually sort of... He has to be the one to bring the ball up. He's their best guard. You know, he looked confident. But in that situation where he was the one receiving the secondary pass, let him make your first decision. I think you'll be fine.
You're on the inbounds. 6-point ball game. Amarasinje, nice work inside the painted area.
6-0 run with Max on the bench to start this quarter. He's coming in now, but again, I didn't see the point of him starting off when he just had his 2.5 minute break. I think if you had started him, give him 2 or 3 minutes of good basketball and then get him his next break. But yeah, as a result, it's been a 6-0 run, and now Dandenong up by 8.
Does seem a sizable lead. The biggest so far in this contest. Lamanto. Now Tian, he'll receive the pick from Maxer if he wants it. Max has got space from 3, little strong. Oliver Muir off the dribble. Tried to thread the needle. And the Spectres via Maxer are away.
interesting no-kick ball on that last one. I think it came about 3 sets of feet.
Got lost in the scramble. Rust, back to Lamanto. Nearly the turnover. With some penetration on Muir. Nice look there from David Cadinho, and it stays with Nunawading.
Yeah, great job. That secondary efforts again on that offensive rebound. You know, he competed, he crashed, and it forced a mishandle and a regain of possession. They've done that really well all evening, actually, Nunawading, really competing on those offensive rebounds and helping them get some second chance buckets.
Been right in that one on the rebounding numbers, that's for sure. Colin Tian, nice look from the corner. Muir assessing options in transition. With his feet set, Evan Jiang. Logan Stocks was down there in the Spectres with some solid defence. Cameron Rush, they didn't come to him. Long rebound, can he make him pay? Tian happy to slow it up. Now he'll step back into his own shot. Tough look.
It's a coach killer, that one, because you're happy with the three, but I just don't know if you're happy with the shot.
Muir, can he return fire? And happy to let it roll out was Rust.
I could be wrong. I don't think I am, but I don't think Dandenong have hit a three-pointer tonight.
I think you might be right.
I reckon they're about 0 for 11 or 0 for 12, I think. Yeah, not very like this Dandenong team at all.
Will they get going from three? We know they're so capable. We've seen many times throughout the season. Maxa, long rebound for Lamanto. Now Godinho draws some attention. That's a better look, and not that time.
It's about the 10th three that's gone up this quarter between both teams. I think they both just need to go back to trying to get some penetration to the rim.
Where Drakeford, Mara Sinjay with a screen. Good defence, Nunawading, and stepping back as Logan Stocks. Going to be a foul call, I believe, on the Spectres. Rust a little sore in the ribs. Hopefully he's okay. And we've got a timeout, so 3:45 remaining here in the third quarter. 5-point ball game. Rangers 35 lead the Spectres 30. And really it's been a period of time that Maxa was on the pine that's been the difference.
Yeah, look, as I said, I think in that first half they needed to get him off in that second quarter, sort of halfway towards the end of it, just to get him that break. Instead, you know, you try and use that halftime break and then into the sub itself. You know, it's an extended period where, you know, first of all, you're without probably your best player to start a really important quarter. But then secondly as well, you know, Maxa would have spent collectively probably 5 or 6 minutes on the bench then before he came off, and he's just looked cold since coming back on. So I just don't think that the extended break for him coming out of that halftime sort of break was what Nunawading needed. But hopefully he can work himself back into this game, because I think he was spot on, Liam. He was easily our front runner for MVP to start this game. I mean, you know, he'd easily have 10 rebounds. He's absolutely everywhere at the moment, so hopefully he can sort of regain that confidence and really get himself back into the game.
Yeah, I'm sure he is approaching that double-double territory. 8 points he's got as well to his name. And it is Caleb Lamanto who leads the way for all scorers in this one. 10 points for the Nunawading.
Yeah, look, he's just taking the right shots, well, hasn't he? Like he's missed 1 3. The other 2 never looked like missing. And his penetration to the rim is just strong and controlled. And he's not put up a bad shot today at all.
Baseline ball. Into where Drakeford. Muir. Moving it through some hands early on in this possession. Amara Sinjay has the length. Not on that occasion.
That's that game changer from Maxa there, to be able to take out that finish that Nathaka has been so good at earlier on. He's just been able to body up and create a good contest.
Coutinho inside the painted area. Back to a one-possession ball game.
That's what both team needs, just some easy looks inside.
Jiang off the pick. Now it's where Drakeford trying to make something happen. Nice look to Stocks on the follow. Maybe unlucky not to collect the assist there, where Drakeford.
It was a great pass. The no-look bounce pass was pretty.
Here's Koo. Just strong on the elbow jumper. Now where Drakeford spinning out of trouble. Maxa says no. Great defense from the big fella.
And that's the thing, you know, he's found a different way now to impact this game than just being an offensive threat. He's really, really imposing himself down low.
Diving on it there was Amara Sinjay. Good hustle. Going to remain Spectres basketball.
It's I'm happy to eat my words if it turns around, but the concerning thing for Nunawading, I think, is that you're playing so well and Dandenong are playing so bad, but yet you're still down by 5. It's a tough one.
Does feel like maybe they've got that trump card to pull the Rangers, but we will see. Nunawading are right in this contest as it stands. Here's Tian. Lamanto trying to get some penetration going. And then it'll earn him at the line. He's been terrific. Leading scorer in the ball game.
He just makes the right reads. He's just so smart with ball in hand. Whether he's passing, dribbling, gathering, finishing, he just makes the right read, the right play, and it's a coach's dream, really.
He has been terrific at the point guard position. A very high IQ player, and 9th in VC as well, we should add, in scoring this season. 152 points in 11 contests.
More and more people filling this stadium up as well, I think, in preparation for maybe the 18s game next as well.
Great to see. Supporting junior hoops here on the Friday night is where Drakeford's nearly the and one. Couple of free throws go the way of the Rangers. And a duo of subs as well. Muir and Jiang will take a break. And Oliver Vandenbrinkford, I think, is his first minutes as well of the evening.
Yeah, really good 3-and-D player. Really shoots the ball well from the corner. So I think coach is trying to get maybe a couple of good looks for him in the corner. And, I think he might go to Lamanto and maybe try and get some stops there.
And just off on the second, Stocks is there, but ripped away from Godinho. Releases Lamanto. 2-on-2 situation. Great find. Coup with the finish. Nunawading back within 1.
Great defensive rebound and to get out in transition and get the look.
Amara Sinjay. They need a bucket. The Spectres can take the lead with points here. 90 seconds out from the 3-quarter time break. And here's Oliver Maxwell with the rock. Releases Lamanto. He goes hard to the rack. And the Rangers with a much-needed defensive stop.
Yeah, they need a bucket at the rim here. I think settling for a long one's not going to be a good option. There we go.
Stocks spinning out of trouble. Restores some momentum for Dandenong.
Yeah, the old spin package seems to be one that every Dandenong player has.
I've seen that pulled out a few times. To effect as well from Logan Stocks there. So he'll take a break. In comes Nebaneshwara, who was impressive in limited minutes in the opening half. And a timeout, 57.5 seconds remaining in the third. And it is a one-possession ball game. Rangers 39 lead the Spectres 36. And we sort of mused about the potential of a Dandenong late push to get themselves in control here, but it remains very, very tight, Brent.
Yeah, Nunawading just keep coming up with some key stops and some key moments. they're doing a great job of really riding this energy from this crowd. You know, they're scoring and then feeding off that energy, coming down and getting a big stop, then coming down and scoring again. And they just seem to be, you know, this whole right side just seemed to be a sixth player for Nunawading, whereas right now the Dandenong supporters can't seem to be as influential on the Dandenong players.
I've got that vibe as well. Just a little bit shell-shocked, maybe, the Dandenong crowd. We'll see what goes on in the last quarter, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, the last time these two played each other, it was close most of the game as well. You know, Nunawading sort of within 5 to 8 most of the game, and then Dandenong blew it out. But I don't know if that's going to happen this time. I think Nunawading are in for the fight.
So Lenny Robinson checks in for his first minutes as well in this grand final. And here is Caleb Lamanto. Now he's got the chance. Into the corner is Godinho, who drains the triple.
Great play from Lamanto. I mean, draw the player, make the dish, and open three for Nunawading as a result.
Tight ball game, no more. Nuthako Amara-Sinjay. And that long left arm once again comes up as the Rangers have the steal. Maxa simply had to pull it down and did. Possession arrow favours the Spectres. 21.6, shot clock off.
Second time Amara-Sinjay just finished from outside of this world. His left arm is super long.
It's got serious length.
It's got trouble.
Lamanto have got to get it over the Spectres. And they will via their point guard. What can they draw up? 12 seconds. Robinson finds Maxa at the top. Just a little strong, so the Rangers with the last look. It'll be Blythe. He'll let fire from 3. 2-point ball game. 8 minutes to play here in this under-14 VC Grand Final. Dandenong 41, lead Nunawading 39 here. Brent Andrews.
Yeah, it's good. I think we're really set up for a great last quarter here. I think the ball has to be in Lamanto's hands for majority of this last quarter. I think we saw a really bad last possession there where he didn't get a touch of it. As a result, they put up a deep 3 from Maxa, which nearly ends up in a score for Dandenong. Ball has to be in Lamanto's hands, or at least has to go through him at some stage in the offense. Because if it does, they look dangerous. He just manages to create so much space for everyone else because he just draws 2 or 3 players. So yeah, ball has to go through Lamanto's hands if they're a chance of winning this one.
He has been terrific, no doubt about that. 12 points to his name for Caleb Lamanto, leads all scorers. And Nuthako Amara-Sinjay leads the Rangers with 11 points.
Yeah, it's a tough one for MVP for me at the moment now. You know, I think Max has slowed down a lot. You know, just before half-time, he started getting a little bit tired and things like that. And since then, he hasn't really impacted. He's still been great, but he hasn't impacted the game quite as much. You know, Lamanto and Amara-Sinjay both making cases for an MVP shout.
Here we go, and the Spectres crowd bringing the heat here at Dandenong Basketball Stadium.
Yeah, they're here. They're here.
Great atmosphere. And we have 1 quarter to come here in the grand final. Here's Blythe. Neshwara penetrates. It was Vandenbrink with a 3. And the Spectres do just enough.
Still haven't hit one. Yeah. Dandenong still have yet to hit a 3 tonight.
Unbelievable cold streak. So here is Caleb Lamanto. It will run through him on this first possession of the 4th. Isaac Koo. Godinho created some space. Lamanto. They go under the screen, not quite. So the Rangers now the other way. They lead by 2. Amara-Sinjay uses that length to perfection.
Yeah, really great hesitation dribble. Oh, here we go.
And a steal where Drakeford nearly went down. Fighting for it. Vandenbrink, great tip, and Blythe. They'll go again. Where Drakeford. And that is a huge bucket 6-point lead, Dandenong.
Yeah, a little quick 4-0 run there. That was massive. The score stopped and score straight away to get in the crowd a little bit more in this now for Dandenong.
That is a momentum lifter. Lamanto. They need something here, the Spectres. Maxa. Drains the three. Nunawading won't go away.
Yeah, really bad. Again, we were talking about it before, that read on that Horns action. It's just they need to do something different.
Well, where Drakeford loses his defender, Maxa will have the personal foul. Should be his third. And a couple of free throws coming up for the Rangers.
I think next set down, if you're Dandenong, you probably put the ball into Mara Sinjay's hands and try and pick up that fourth on Maxa. He seems to be contesting at the rim a lot and trying to swat some shots. I think if you can draw that fourth on him early on here in the last quarter, I think it's going to help your cause.
Good on the first. Where's Drakeford? It would be maybe a little bit more open on the drives if Maxa did have just the one foul left in the budget. As Godinho pulls down the rebounds.
First VC champions of the night have been crowned. Casey under 12-1 boys go up by 6 against Dandenong under 12-1 boys.
There you go. Congratulations to the Cavaliers. As Tian, no good on the right hands. Here's where Drakeford. There is that spin move again. Good look. Eshwara is going to go off the dribble. 6-point lead. 6 minutes to go. Eshwara nearly. The hustle, regardless, brilliant.
Going back on what you were saying a lot earlier, Liam, that depth of Dandenong, to be able to have a player come off the bench, be able to play with that energy when you're in a trapping situation. If you've got some tired legs out there, that's not even a contest over there, but some fresh legs, and he's able to get a tip and cause some problems.
Here's Colin Tian, and there it is. With the fresh legs is Eshwara on the defense. Maxa again, already hit one of these. Drains another, they believe.
Unsure what the scout is on Maxa, but it needs to change. He's hit 3 threes now tonight.
Good find from Eshwara. Amara Sinjay, second chance, rolls in. Restores the 2-possession lead for Dandenong. Breaking through the press, Lamanto turns the Jets on. Maxa will slow it up. Here's Tian. Into the corner, Max has got the hot hand.
Would have brought the house down, that one, Lee. Would have. Nunawading crowd were riding that one right to the bucket.
Zen Blythe. Mara Sinjay thought about the 3. And he get to his spot again.
I love that from Lamanto. Just come get the ball, give it to me, fellas. I'll get us in our stuff.
What can they draw up this time? Lamanto. Nearly got through. Oh, Lamanto. Tough finish again. We've seen that once already from him this evening.
High IQ move. Was able to understand that, if I get to the rim, I'm a good chance at finishing this over, maybe a weaker defender, but
he's good at finishing through contacts, Lamanto.
So strong.
Here's Amara Sinjay. Good contest, Maxa. 3-point ball game. Tian. Lamanto. And again, he's happy just to set things up here. They want the ball in his hands. Mops against the pick. Lamanto accelerates, hangs, and finish.
That was just such a high IQ, mature moment for him to pass up the open 3 corner to say, I'm going to go back to what's working for us.
Yeah, Drakeford, good defense. Nearly got there. It favours the Rangers. Pantonbrink everywhere but in. Here we go.
A couple of subs from both teams that are sweating on a foul so they can get in.
Maxa, not that time off the glass. Oliver Muir, one of those subs. Here's Eshwara. Found Vandenbrink. Foul call first. Approaching crunch time here at the Dandenong Basketball Stadium.
Absolutely. Looks like our second VC Championship gold medal has been awarded tonight with the Dandenong under-12 girls beating Frankston under-12 girls.
Congratulations to them. Amazing achievement to win the best league here that Victoria has to offer. Here's Oliver Muir, straight off the pint, reinserted into the contest. Goes right at Maxa, and he draws the foul.
Number 4.
That is a big moment, Brent. You mentioned that. Will that affect things, especially if we happen to have an OT?
Yeah, it's one of those things that one of the coaches they should have already told Maxa, hey, mate, any drive, just wall up. You don't need to block everything right now. We don't need you on 4 fouls, because if we lose you, it changes our game drastically.
Wants to push it back out to a 3-point ball game. And he does just that. Lamanto splits through 3 defenders. Now he's got a 2-on-1 situation, and these 2 young men have powered the Spectres all evening.
Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah.
They're quite a duo at the moment. Max and Lamanto.
Will go to the line. Will go against Godinho. So tight ball game here with 2:50 remaining on the clock. Thanks very much for joining us on YouTube here. Here is Evan Jiang. Nunawading haven't spent too much time in the lead in this contest, despite always sort of being right there, a possession or 2 away from Dandenong.
They just don't seem to go away. They just keep coming up with some big plays, and it's all because of 2 players in particular.
Colin Tian now with a rock. He drives right at the Rangers, and he's going to have a chance at the strike. Rewarded for the aggression.
Some really great, I'm going to say great coaching. I'm assuming coach would have spoke to him in that last time out about, hey guys, straight to the rim, we don't need to stuff around with it. We don't need to try and force any tough shots. Just penetrate, get hit on the rim, and get some easy looks. And Nunawading seem to be doing that though this last quarter.
Tian making on the first. A few vuvuzelas as well here in the crowd.
It's a great crowd. It's a great crowd, and I think it's only going to get bigger as well for the 18s.
It is. You might not be able to see from the broadcast, but this bleacher on our side is packed. Barely a seat remains. Here's Muir, pulls up from the elbow. And Maxa got to be approaching 15-plus rebounds, I would have thought, Brent.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely.
Maybe more.
He's definitely played himself back into this last quarter as well, offensively too. He's done everything again this last quarter.
As is this man, Lamanto. It'll be Godinho from the wing. Nunawading lead by 2. Wow, here's Jiang. Good contest. Now it's Lamanto. He can control things on this possession, get the right look. Oliver Maxa. Lamanto on the left hand, not quite. Where Drakeford, can they catch the Spectres off guard in transition? Jiang, he thinks he's got an opening. He does.
What a time to hit their first 3 for the game, Liam.
Yeah.
1.5 minutes left. First 3 made for the game, and it gets the lead back for Dandenong.
That got the Rangers faithful up here. Lamanto had Muir off his footing, and Maxa straight back at ya. What a ball game. Nunawading retake the lead. Inside. Oh, where Drakeford? No. It'll be backcourt.
A little late on the whistle.
Yeah. Thought for a second he'd done just enough.
Yeah.
So, 1:07. Spectres possession.
OT?
Could be.
Could be.
Absolutely on the cards. Or can they make it a 2-possession ball game? Caleb Lamanto. He has been awesome. Hesitates. It'll be Spectres ball. Coutinho to inbounds. 12 seconds reads the shot clock. Max is there with the screen. Free ball goes up and drains it. Cooper Clark, super sub, drains the triple. Muir wants a look. Oh, would you believe it? Oliver Muir, the top scorer in VC. It hasn't been his night, but he's come up big there in the clutch. 3-point advantage, Nunawading. 30 seconds. Coutinho. Will they go with the steadying influence of Lamanto? No, Coutinho. It's a walk, says the ref. Unbelievable hoops here. All of a sudden, no one can miss from beyond the arc, Brent.
No, not at all. Coach needs to call a timeout here. You've got two left. You need to draw something up.
23.7 left here. Gee whiz. Oliver Muir. How about that three ball just moments ago?
Huge. That's the thing. It's one of those things. He's been doing it all year, and we normally get about 2 or 3 of those a game out of him. So yeah, for him to be so cold and then to let that one rain and get in, such a big time.
Shows the confidence this young man has against the roar of the Spectres crowd. Here he goes again. Muir, would you believe it? Oh my goodness. Takes the lead for the Rangers. He is talking that talk. Dandenong crowd on their feet.
He's a special kid. He's a special kid.
That was a special shot as well. I've got goosebumps. This place was up when he drained it. Muir's now got 12 in the ball game.
Last 6 points go to him, and again, we get a lot of that out of him normally. I'm not surprised he's done that. And one of the things that I love about Ollie is that he's just such a fierce competitor that you don't count him out of anything, because he lives to win. If you watch him at practice, they can be doing warm-up stretches and he wants to win a stretch. He's just that type of guy that just wants to win every single thing that he does. And you see him just come up with a massive shot then.
Unreal. It hadn't been his day really from the field up until those last 2 triples, and it shows the confidence he has. He knows that he is always a chance, puts him up. Knew it was going down as well, and he wants some more energy from this crowd to boost them on the defensive end.
I think you foul a couple of times here, to be honest. I think you allow the ball to come in and then foul, drain some seconds off the clock and put a little bit more pressure on Nunawading, because 16.8 seconds, that's a long time to get a shot off, and then also foul you if you come up with a deep ball. Whereas I think if you foul them, use a couple of take fouls, take some time off. It could be a friend, but
here we go. 16.8. Lamanto. Coutinho happy to take some time off. Could this be the last look? It's Tian in the corner. He drives inside. Tian hangs and finishes. 3.4. We'll chat things over. What a shot from Colin Tian. Piping up the Spectres crowd. Unfazed under the pressure. And now it is down to the Rangers.
Really, really big offensive set there where, the ball was in the hands of 2 guys who I didn't think it'd be in their hands. I thought for sure Lamanto or Maxa is getting this shot off, and made a great read, great up fake and a great drive, and help defense was a little late on the rotation, and, had an easy lay-in. It's a great decision there from coach to go to a couple of players that, probably weren't guarded by Dandenong's probably best defenders.
Very composed stuff from Nunawading. It's such a big moment. They found the right look. And now can Dandenong do the same? It looks like Oliver Muir's going to inbound, excuse me.
Yeah, look, it's hard because you know Ollie's going to be hard guarded here, but I think you go to him anyway. I think he gets a handoff of some sort here.
You'd have to think it goes that way, wouldn't you? Muir, in it goes. Amara Sinjay, can they find him? He'll put it up for 3 on the buzzer. Oh my goodness! The Dandenong Rangers, undefeated all season, and they've done it at the death here at home. Nathaka Amara Sinjay, what a game of hoops!
Hadn't hit, as we said, going into that last quarter, hadn't hit a 3 all game. Dandenong Rangers have come up with 3 big ones to come up with the championship there. That's massive, absolutely massive.
That is one of the best final sequences I reckon you'll see from both sides.
Huge. That was that last minute had to be one of the best minutes of junior basketball I've nearly seen. I reckon that was absolutely massive.
Absolutely,
big plays from both teams. Some really composed young men out there. I mean, to be able to have the nerve to be able to take some big shots like a few players just did then. That was massive. Nunawading, of course they're going to be heartbroken. Of course, there's nothing that anyone can say that's going to make them feel any better right now. But fellas, in 2-3 days' time, when you start feeling a bit better, you can definitely, have a lot of pride in yourselves, because the way that was played from Nunawading was absolutely huge. Absolutely huge.
Yeah, you do feel for them. I agree, Brent. I mean, it feels like there can't be a loser from this game, both sides, which is so valiant.
Oh, if you could give 2 gold medals for this one, you would, wouldn't you? But the unfortunate reality is, in sports, there's a winner and there's a loser, and Nunawading, you need to walk out of this gymnasium with your head held high, because you were 3 seconds away from taking a game out of a team's hands that you battled so hard to win. So be proud of yourselves, because that was absolutely phenomenal.
They should be very proud. They were terrific. But the achievement was really, I'm still coming to grips with it from Nathaka Amara Sinjay. He's hit a game-winning 3 to win the grand final in VC. That is unreal.
Huge, absolutely huge. I mean, and look, I don't think I've seen a game winner in VC for a while now. That was massive to be able to, make that read. That obviously the ball was going to, supposed to go back to Ollie, and Ollie was really, really well guarded by Lamanto, and to make that read in that half a second that, hang on, no, I'm the guy now, this is on me, and turn, square up and get a good look off, and what a score, what a bucket.
Unbelievable. He was terrific as well. I thought they really did have the depth, which we spoke of. They had some contributors off the pine, like Nevin Eshwara was great, even to put in Ollie Vandenbrink late. I mean, we didn't see much of him in the first half, Brant, but he had some moments down the stretch.
Yeah, some really important moments where he came on, guarded really well, made some really great offensive reads as well, and got himself into some great spots too. So, as you said, to go 10 deep, that really helped Dandenong out down the stretch for sure.
Great scenes here. Rangers celebrate, friends, family, all in attendance. Unreal stuff from the Spectres' perspective. I mean, they got a lot to be proud of. Just heartbreaking circumstances to lose in. They had some great contributions. Caleb Lamanto was absolutely terrific, and of course Oliver Maxer, especially early. Those 2 players are going to be stars of the future.
Who's your MVP?
Gee, it's a tough one to pick. I mean, early it felt like we had 1 or 2 to pick from, but as the game wore on, I feel like Lamanto's got to be up there. If Nunawading end up winning it, it might go to him for me, Brent. But if you go the winning side, I mean, Ollie Muir, 2 big shots. I know Amara Sinjay had the winner. Maybe it goes there, but it was cold early. What are your thoughts?
Oh, look, I think 1 or 2 players. I think Amara Sinjay, regardless of that last shot, was really good all game. Had some really big rebounds, some really good finishes, things like that.
Yep.
I'm not one to normally give the MVP to a losing team, but Caleb Lamanto, the way that he carried that game in that last quarter with just some maturity and poise that, boys, just give me the ball and I'll make things happen, and that's what he did, and I think he might be hard-pressed to not get it. But I think Lamanto played really well as well.
Very impressive from mean, this is under 14s, we should remember. They're young athletes, and the composure, really, that was beyond their years.
12, 13 years old, these kids. And to see some of the basketball decisions that we saw made on the court tonight, basketball's bright in Victoria, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is scary stuff when some of these athletes really shoot up and see what they can do. And the athleticism really kicks in. Unbelievable stuff here from both sides. The Spectres and the Rangers, two very strong clubs in Vic basketball, and they put on what might be one of the best under-14 VC grand finals ever. It's got to be, Brent. I would have thought.
It'd be close. It'd have to be close, that's for sure. Absolutely unreal. Absolutely unreal.
Liam Ellison and Brent Andrews, a pleasure to bring it to you. Stick with us. We'll have the presentations as well down there on the floor. It's the Rangers at the death who win VC. Thanks for joining us.
I'll be back in a sec. I'll go down. Congratulate coach and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.